The Hawks play before the hometown crowd, and we've got it live right here from Atlanta, Georgia. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Last game for the Nets, the loss to the Cleveland Cavaliers. No good from Booker. And here's Atlanta. And when you take a look at Jalen Duren, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
CTH, can't teach height. Porzingis is big and completes the play.
They get it back. Duren, no good. Second shot opportunity. And Duren slams it in.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Here's Porzingis following the bucket by the Hawks. 3 on the clock. Booker drills the elbow jumper.
And just lethal as a scorer from all over the floor. Mid-range is in the range for Booker. What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive version.
Seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Now here's Johnson following the miss by Scotty Barnes. Out to Porzingis. Shot on the wing. And Tatum pulls it down.
Well, he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
And that one's good, Barnes.
The defense knows that's where Scotty Barnes does most of his work, but they still can't stop him.
Now here's Booker. Lays it up off the glass. Booker's got 6.
Well, he's knocking down most everything, guys. 3 of 4 here.
Over in the corner, Ellis. Back to Barnes. Here he goes. Here's Duren. The kick out to Barnes. Drills the three-pointer. Barnes has got his second basket of the game.
Well, Barnes hitting threes spells some trouble. This offense starts to hum.
And the Hawks have been part of the play-in tournament 3 consecutive seasons.
Yeah, since that run, Kevin, in the 2021 Conference Finals, it has been tough sledding for Atlanta. They've really been stuck in middling in that 7 to 10 range, which is forcing you to play some tough opponents in those early rounds. They have not overcome that.
The shot by Beal, no good.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
Back to Barnes. Ellis trying to pull himself up. And that one's good. Barnes. 7 points in the game.
I tell you what, you better watch out, bro. He is on fire here today.
So nice to see a big guy with that kind of shooting touch. One of Porzingis' strongest attributes.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. The recent history of the Nets. You know, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And, Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times, but they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group.
So both teams changing it up here. And so Poole will bring it up for Atlanta. It's a three-point game. Outside for Batum. Launches it. Rebound, Brooklyn. Pass to Bol. To the paint. Here's Kamara. The layup off target.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And it's rebounded by Drew Holiday. Nets trail by 3. Bol inside. Outside for Beal. They get a hand on it. And taken away by Ellis. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first. George up top. There's the triple. Got a piece of it. Now, here's Bol. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Kamara. Clock at 6. Back to Bol. From about 19 feet. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
How about that shot? Not exactly something drawn up by the coaching staff.
Back to George. George finishing off.
Oh, that's why we've seen PG, remember, years ago in the dunk contest, still showing you he's got ups.
Pass to Kamara. Back to Bol. Going inside. Rebound by the Hawks. Outside for Batum. Here's Simmons. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. 1 quarter in the books, and it's and getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Hawks.
Right away, they showed us they weren't going to shy away from the mid-range game, and it's proving to be an effective tool for them.
Yeah, getting to the inside is really important. It's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Bol, that's good.
Yeah, inside, Bol does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Now, here is George. Puts up a 3. Another 3 for Atlanta. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, The Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
Just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Here's Tatum, and the dunk by Tatum.
Using his teammates, Tatum creates just enough daylight to get off a shot.
Out to the wing. It's deflected. Pass to Johnson. Here's Kamare. That's in, and he found his brains with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And you love the selfless attitude right there from Johnson. Nice feed to the open man.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring their next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stops as an assistant with the Kings, Nuggets, and Cavs, as well as coaching the Canadian national team. Kevin?
You know, D.A., we've been talking about Jordi Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break, and I'm very happy. I know we all are for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you.
Constant, consistent energy from Al Horford. You love to see him being active out there on the offensive glass.
Back to Batum. And a wide open look here for Ellis. And a miss there on the triple. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And it's Beal in the corner. Pass to Holiday. Great D that time from Tatum.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And the Nets with possession here. After the basket by Atlanta. Here's Holiday. An easy 2 points on the layup. Holiday, 6 points.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the first time out call of the game for Brooklyn.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
Here's Barnes. Booker pulls it in. And so Booker will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing by 4. GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace.
Now here's Barnes, following the miss by Al Horford. Great job by Tatum in close.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. It is not good. He's made half of his 6 attempts. On the wing, Harris. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. And now it's an 8-point Hawks lead.
Those are the kind of shots that Gary Harris has to let go. He's open.
Here's Monk. Rebound, Atlanta. Outside, George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Harris.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
It is incredible that George is playing Brent at such a high level after his injury history is taken into account.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, one of the more horrific injuries in terms of the way it presented itself. And what we saw Paul George go through. But this guy has not missed a beat. He continues to be really the most stable part of any organization that he's joined. And he's been in a few places. That has not affected the way that he's approached the game on both ends of the floor. And is certainly still one of the top 15 players in the game.
Booker, with no one around, sinks the three-pointer. Booker's got 9.
A two-guard that can beat you in a variety of ways. Booker is more than just about chucking up threes, but he will make them.
The kick out to Barnes, and stolen by Booker. With the fadeaway, Duren pulls it in.
And they continue to control the glass.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. The offensive rebound. Shot's good by Duren.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Duren controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Duren's got the lead up to 12 now for the Hawks.
And Duren has that length to corral anything around the basket.
Booker is feeling it from deep range with that one.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Here's Duren. And so it's Atlanta in control. We play through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Atlanta leading by 9. Here's Barnes. Rejected by Harris.
Every so often, Tobias Harris showing you something defensively, and great timing to throw that one away.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And good that time.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Harris outside. And they get it back. Booker outside. Just 5 on the clock. No good off the back of the rim.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
The 3 from Tatum. Nets trail by 14. Here's Bol. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Bol's got 4 this quarter.
And credit Harris for creating that high percentage look, scanning the floor and finding the best option.
Duren, no good. And Horford will bring it up for Brooklyn. Monk outside. It's tipped.
Always good to see that kind of activity from Duren on defense.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part. And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Nets trail by 14. Using Porzingis high post. Pass to Kamare. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, you think about it, in 2015, a dozen teams passed on Devin Booker. Got to be tough for those front offices to watch him play this way.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic. Yes, sir. Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Here's Johnson. Count that one.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Atlanta leading by 12. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Devin Booker is a three-level scoring threat. He said, I'm just reading coverages and taking what the defense gives me. That's a mid-range jumper, which analytically people say isn't the highest percentage shot. But for myself, it's a good one. I've shot it pretty much my whole life. Kevin?
And David, doesn't it show? Wow, he is something else. Hey, thank you. It's George on the wing. George with the stuff.
Just not going to get too cute with it here. Get the ball to PG and let PG cook.
Back to Booker. Outside, Beal. Out to Porzingis. The three. It's hauled in by Harris.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now is massive.
And Poole gets it to go.
Well, when he has a chance to set up like that, Poole is one of the game's better shooters.
For three, Harris. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
Yeah, that's two bombs in a row from long range.
Johnson. Out to Porzingis. Shoots over Poole. Porzingis can't hit.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Pass to Simmons. Brooklyn with the rebound. In transition, here come the Nets. And here's Booker from the arc. Here's Atlanta now. They're on a 14-6 run. Now here is Harris. The three from Poole. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Beal, that's for two. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
Beal takes on the offensive load and does a great job here to score.
The kick out to Poole. Nobody near George. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
Hits it from three-point range.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
They get the rebound. Out to Porzingis. Johnson outside. Launches a three. Connects from three-point range. Johnson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, anytime
He goes.
you don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin. Paul George dunk contest? He's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up. I remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
And here's George for three. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the Atlanta Hawks. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And here's Rose. Here's the three. Duren pulls it in.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Boy, talking about going north to south, Scotty Barnes is explosive.
Back to Duren. And Duren slams it in. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 15 rebounds. And it's Harris with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Fires away from outside. Rose, no good.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. The three from Tatum. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's the attitude defensively.
And Tatum is all about doing what's best for the team. Superb as a ball mover in terms of finding his teammates.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And again, no good by Brooklyn. And it's the Hawks' ball. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Pass to Barnes. Kicks it out to Ellis. Again, the Hawks score.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
And Tatum launches it from deep. Here's Duren. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Brooklyn with the ball. Looking to get on the board here in the 4th still. Pass to Harris. Rose gets a wide open look. Atlanta with the rebound.
Yeah, he's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Outside Tatum. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the... Tatum's got 9 points now in just the second half. Here's Stevens. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Over in the corner, Ellis. The kick out to Tatum. Fires from way outside. Ellis outside. Six to shoot. Outside for Batum. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Offensive rebound. Barnes outside. The shot by Batum, no good. And the Nets with possession here. Here's Stevens. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
And going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes.
Well, that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
For three, Booker. Barnes grabs the miss.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Johnson for three. Rebound by the Hawks. And Tatum now top the key. By Tatum.
Tatum good for at least one highlight finish a night. This guy is box office.
And he hits the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. A trend in the NBA, and one, Brent, that I like, new downtown arenas. They seem to be everywhere.
Well, Kevin, it's because you love to eat so much, and the restaurants are nearby, so walking distance helps. But, yeah, it invigorates the city. You have people clamoring to get to the arena, to get out of the offices early, and it really brings the community together. So you love to see that kind of energy and buzz around any NBA stadium. Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Hawks.
This is performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jalen Duren.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
Right side, George. This one for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Another shot. Porzingis with the rebound. Beal, that's for 2. And the wing jumper offline. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really